class, wow, we're at the end of this mod. I want to start by saying this class has been great. This class made me think about life, learned a lot of new things. A great class. The professor was great. So I want to definitely start by saying that. This class brings you in deep thought, and it gets you thinking on a whole nother level about life and who you are as a person. Project 2, and the professor asked us to reflect on the readings and reflect on who we are as a person and who we are to come, and who do you think you were called to be. Starting, I want to just say Socrates, how he believed that the unexamined life is not worth living at all. And that was like a deep type of quote. And I believe that he basically was saying just find who you are, find your passion, and find who you were set to be. So that was something that kind of stuck out to me about that particular reading. This course definitely had laid a social foundation, and it laid down such a solid foundation also that, you could be successful in college and practice these things throughout life. It definitely brought me into deep thought with the different readings that we read in this course, and it brings you to think further and think, who are you really? The various writers bring you into deep thought, and it brings you things of doing good, treating people good, and just overall being a great human being. Like I said, the different writers that really spoke out to me is Socrates and Plato with the Apology. There's definitely truth in our ethnicity and surrounding to shape who we are and how we do things. This could be as simple as the type of food that, you were brought up to make. Growing up, I came up from a African American family, and you know how you have that good Southern food. I know my mom would be in the kitchen making some baked macaroni and cheese, some yams, some collard greens, and that's more of a South type of thing, and I grew up, and now with my children, I make the same dishes versus if you go to a Spanish household, or they're probably cooking up empanadas or rice and beans. So definitely your culture, your ethnicity does shape who you are. How we talked about, like, the world is always growing and evolving. That could be me now. I learned to make Spanish rice and beans, and that's something that I love, and I learned to make some Spanish dishes. So it's always room to grow. And that's something else we talked about too with the drowned man that we read about. I liked how we read about Fiddler on the Roof. That definitely was a good watch. I never seen that movie before, but definitely a great message that was in that movie. It pretty much talked about how Tevi became who he was. He definitely changed for the better of his children. He put his pride to the side, and he had strong family beliefs. I feel like nothing in this world is greater than love, and love is the most powerful thing. And in that particular film, that's what Tevi showed his family. And he was still a strong man of faith, but his love for his family was greater than any tradition. So that was definitely also a good read. More of like the shaping of our culture, our ethnicity. I was raised by a strong mother and a grandmother who shaped me into a hardworking mom that I am today. They always put family first, and that kind of goes off from TV and the Fiddler on the Roof. Who are we to become? I definitely have a strong Christian background, and my mom always grew us up in church. So I definitely want to come and maintain a woman of God and just live right overall. I want to be a successful businesswoman, but I will never forget where I come from. I will always put God first and follow the word of the Lord, something how we started off in the first reading, talk about like the Quran and Adam and Eve and things like that. So I definitely want to live by the 10 Commandments. And I just want to continue to treat people good like I always have, and always lend my hand out if I can. I feel like I'm called to be an advocate for the people. I want to be a safe place for people to come to without any judgment. I want to continue to be a woman of God, and I can teach people how to act accordingly, how to serve for the Lord. I want to be a good woman of faith, be kind always, and nobody's better than nobody. Always maintain my faith alive, always pray, and just be a voice to people and be someone where I'm seeking all this knowledge and they can come to me during a time of need and I'm able to help them in any way I can. I want to be that person that have solutions and we're going to come up with something. And I want to continue to always put God first. Thank you. And like I said, Professor, this class was great. This is the end of Mod, and welcome to Mod 2.